Hey, aloha, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to our AI 4-day fast track training session. I'm Tom Gaddis. Got my co host, Mr. Nick Ponte, on here, looking sharp as ever.
How's it going?
And Cameron lurking in the background. Well, we have a great session lined up for you today and over the next few days. A couple of things that I do want to kind of get out of the way before I turn this over to Nick is Nick can attest to this. We have been working long and hard on the content we're going to be sharing over the next few days, not just for this free session, but also for the VIP session. By the way, where are my VIP people? Give me a shout out in the chat if you're in the VIP. Give me a shout out in the chat. Um, so please, we've invested a lot of time in putting together what we feel is the best stuff for you. And I'm not just talking about all the testing we've been doing in the agency and all that stuff for the past year, but just for this next 4 days. So I would please ask that all of you uh, return the favor and give us your complete attention over the next 4 days. So I think we're good, Nick. I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm excited for this. Let's go.
Nice. Thanks for setting the stage, Tom. I want to, give as much value as I possibly can. And I know Tom and Cameron both feel the same. We've been working really hard on putting this together for you because we felt it was a very pivotal moment in time in history with AI. I mean, AI is just blowing up right now. So that's where we want to start. All right. So this is your roadmap to building an profitable AI powered agency. So how many people here are kind of uncertain of what their next step is to make some money online? How many of you feel stuck? How many people can't get their first client? Or perhaps maybe you have already gotten one client, but maybe it's for a small amount. So maybe some of you could use a more predictable way to have a steady stream of business. Yes. Maybe some of you just had a crappy year and are ready to torpedo kick this year in the teeth. Who has had a crappy year last year? I know it's been a stressful year for a lot, myself included. So, for those of you who said yes, that is why we've spent months preparing this AI fast track training for you all. We wanted to start this year off strong. We felt that there was a strong need for us to put this together because we have been seeing some incredible growth and it's time to share that with you all. So, that's what we're going to do here today. But first, like I said, it's probably been 8 months since I've written a new presentation from start to finish. And I know our community has grown quite a bit since then. So, in case some of you do not yet know me, I'm an agency owner from Maui, Hawaii. I also, over the last year, have gone by Dada. My hobbies are surfing, golfing, mostly business. If I had to pick one of the three, it would probably be business. I just love the game. I'm addicted to it. I sleep, breathe, and live it every single day from the time I wake up in the morning while I'm sleeping. I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about it until I wake up. And constantly trying to become smarter and better at business. And in doing this, just a couple of weeks ago, I was able to buy what I would think to be my dream house on Maui. That's the one there on the left. And consequently turned my last house into a rental property. Hello, rental income. At the height of COVID, I bought a property and since then successfully subdivided it into four. And although a lot of people told me that they had never met a real estate developer who didn't go bankrupt, I was able to get another three homes set up on those additional lots. And so some of you might be wondering, why the heck am I talking about real estate on an AI webinar? And the reason is because my real estate portfolio came to fruition as a result of the work that I or we have done in the digital space. So outside of enjoying the benefits of working remotely and having what many call a lifestyle business, which is almost always a digital marketing agency, depending on who you talk to, I have quietly been reinvesting my profits from the digital marketing stuff into real estate, Maui real estate, over the years. And the truth is, starting a digital marketing company is extremely lucrative. just as a business model in general. And we're going to talk more about that why that is on this presentation. And I know by the time we get through this, you'll all agree that it's a fact. It's a very lucrative business, especially right now, more than ever before. So please know that, what I'm sharing with you all today, I'm not trying to brag. I'm really trying to say this as humbly as I can, because I did not grow up from wealth. I was a mechanic before I was doing this. I was making $20 an hour before I even landed on the thought of building my first website. And now digital marketing has made all of my dreams come true for me, for Tom, for many of our students, and it can for you too. And I want you all to get serious about doing the same, because Tom and me, we have a proven track record of cultivating success in our community. And this means not just for us. Many of you on this webinar or training or Zoom call have probably had some sort of win from us in the past. Put a win in the chat if that is true for you. It may have been a way to make some money online, gotten a new client landed. Wow, I see a ton of wins coming in,
Man, look
which
at all
is
those.
that's amazing.
Woo! That warms my heart right there, Nick.
It
That
really
warms my
does.
heart.
It really does. Wow.
Look at that.
Uh,
Look at all those.
and
Wow.
it might not even be that you've made. EG Buzz just says 6,000 monthly recurring, $6,000 a month, every single month. I love that. That's huge, and it's important to stress this with you all, because what we do, we do before we teach, and that is really the whole premise of today. We've been doing before we've been teaching, and we have a lot to share. And maybe some of you have somebody made over 2 million. Oh, it's Norm. Maybe some of you have had success with some of the information we have shared, and it hasn't been monetary. Maybe it's just a piece of information that really unlocked a constraint or an obstacle to get to the next level. There's a lot of that going on in our community as well. And so, yeah, that's what we're here today. So, yes, someone asked, Tom is the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer at our agency. It's called Mina Marketing. Those of you that don't know, Tom is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to direct response marketing, strategy, client getting, all those things. Close to a decade ago, Tom had his own agency. We started getting clients together. Thus, our community, Offline Sharks, was born. And our strategies have been featured in, Forbes, Inc. magazine, recognized as business leaders, blah, 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 blah. The real fact of the matter is, like you have seen in the chat today, we have over 2,300 testimonials of helping people
Prompt
make
que
money
usei.
online.
Sim,
Not just
se
us.
você
This is
gosta
you. People
deste
like all
vídeo,
of you here on this
inscreva-se
webinar.
neste canal,
And
compartilhe.
this is because, like I said, we teach what we do. So our agency used to be called Nick Ponte Marketing before we rebranded it into Mina Marketing. Last year, it brought in about 1.6 million and some change. Currently sitting at 150,000 in recurring subscription revenue. This is strictly agency work. This is nothing to do with software or coaching or information business. This is just clients paying us anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 a month, like you see on the invoice on the right hand of your screen. Oh, that's a cool little pointer feature here on the right hand of your screen. This company is a pest control company. They've been paying us on repeat, same time every month for years automatically. And so this is another one. This is a brand new client, actually. We got it the day before my birthday, December 18th. It's an activity company because we're here in Hawaii. We have quite a few of those. They pay us $2,000 a month, and we're getting more clients just like this every single week, everybody, every single week, averaging almost one a week. And it's all because of this crazy opportunity that we have in front of us right now. So this opportunity, I don't just believe, I know it is about to explode. I'm talking huge volcano, blow off the top, explosion. I've seen this happen before. I've even missed it before when I was looking to get started in this field. With Google Business, with Google, like I saw it happen, and I feel like I missed the boat. And I don't want any of you to be left behind this time. And by you, again, I mean all of us here watching this, because most people don't realize it yet, but we are in the middle of an AI gold rush. Sandy Smith says Elon is going to drive this. Brian says happy belated. Thank you. Most people don't believe it or realize it, but we're in the middle of an AI gold rush. Maybe you can recognize it right now. but AI is set to become a $1.3 trillion market by 2032. So AI is not just another trend. It is a full-blown revolution, like the telephone or the internet. And the good news is that this can be the biggest money-making opportunity of your life. And I believe it is for me, so it should be for you as well. And to help reinforce that concept, because history does have a tendency of repeating itself, I want to introduce you to two of my buddies. James Juris is here. What's up, James? Two buddies of mine. Anybody hear of these two handsome fellows before? Henry Wells and William Fargo. In 1852, they founded Wells Fargo during the gold rush. They got filthy rich, and they were not gold miners themselves, but they got filthy rich. Does anybody know how they got rich? First person to say how they got rich in the chat is going to get a gift. I don't know what the gift is yet, but all right, just making sure the chat's still working. Cameron, can you help us find whoever that first person was? And what are we going to send them? Some Cash App
Yes.
money?
I'm
Yeah,
looking,
I do see too, like, you guys want to make sure in the chat that there's a little blue tab and you can select either to message host and panelists or everyone. So whenever we're asking questions for drawings and stuff like that, make sure you select the everyone tab so everybody can, so we can all see.
Nice. Okay.
What we need a judge here is supplying the miners. Is
Oh,
that specific
no.
enough?
They got rich by selling the shovels. They sold
So
the shovels
Patty
to the
was the first one with
miners.
the word shovels.
Patty.
Patty Keatsman.
Patty, appreciate you being fast on the trigger. Put your email in the chat and we will send you a Amazon gift. Awesome. So yes, they got rich by selling the shovels to miners who were mining for the gold during the gold rush. They did not need to harvest any gold, which is, counterintuitive to how people would think that people get rich from the gold rush, going to go get the gold. They accomplished what they did by selling the shovels to the people mining the gold, which is extremely important to recognize because, like I said, most people can't see it yet, but there's a new gold rush that is here. Today's gold rush is a digital one. We call it the AI boom. And just like Henry and William, you do not need to build AI software to profit. You just need to help businesses adopt AI by giving them the existing tools. And to give you a small example of this boom, these bigger companies like Salesforce are already all in on AI. I saw this quote from their CEO who said Salesforce will hire no more software engineers in 2025. They're done hiring software engineers. How can that be? How can that be? Do you guys understand that a tech company the size of Salesforce no longer needing software engineers? Do you know what that means? That's a massive shift in what is happening in the digital space. They also said that they were to the point where their engineering velocity is so incredible with AI. Yeah, a lot of people are saying because AI does software, all prompt engineers now. AI is here to stay. Sandy says, wow, that's crazy. Brian says he read that. And so as these bigger companies, they all adopt AI as they already are, everyone else is going to have to follow suit as well. And they kind of already are, which is where we come in and stand to profit. And to make things even easier, unlike many other business models, to be successful in today's AI boom, you do not need a college degree, years of experience, or a lot of starting capital. Remember, I said digital is lucrative. This is why. You don't even need to know how to develop AI software. It's all already made and it's getting better and better every day, every single day. You don't need to build these AI tools yourself. You just need to be a middleman and get paid in the process. Everybody is going to be adopting AI. Most business owners just don't even know where to start. I mean, I'm sure some of you have already heard, or some of you that already have clients, people asking you. I had a private chef the other day hit me up and he was like, hey, what's the deal with this AI thing? And I'm just like, man, he's so far behind already. We've had so much time. And that's the average business owner, the average business owner who makes a decent amount of money, who could be great potential opportunity for us to help, doesn't even know where to start. And so the ocean is blue or red or blue. What is it? It's blue ocean. and it is prime for all of us here. And so all we need to do is find the best AI tools, learn how to use them, and offer to implement them for businesses that need them. Can everybody see that product market fit there? You know, so AI solutions are coming up. Lots of people need them. They don't even know where to start. And that's exactly how we have been averaging $150,000 months at our agency right now. And I want to stress that before AI came around, our agency was making six figures, multiple six figures, but we were not making millions. Brian says we have the shovels. Yes. And that changed. We had a seven-figure agency for the first time ever. That began to shift when our ability to provide value to people online was changed with AI. Because the end game of making money online, at least for me and for Tom, is, I mean, the real trophy is to make recurring subscription income. And so to make recurring subscription income, that means we have to get businesses to pay us each month, just like we pay Amazon for our Prime membership. Who here would like to have, 100 Amazon Prime memberships paying them monthly? Like you're familiar with that concept, right? $79 a month. We're never going to cancel. Free shipping for life. I'm reading this book right now, but it's kind of a biography on Jeff Bezos it's called The Everything Store. And I mean, it's just so true. Like, nobody's going to cancel their Prime account anytime soon. And we need that. We have that opportunity right now to have a bunch of Amazon Primes under our belt. So our big goal for you today, everybody, is to help you shift your thinking from maybe how some of you have thought about this before. How can I land more clients? How can I find more people to sell? To how can I become a profit center for these businesses using software and AI? Because we have found that when we use these AI tools to become a profit center for these business owners, not only do we actually get more clients, they rarely cancel their subscriptions, and it's easy to fulfill. So what do I mean by becoming a profit center? Well, the way I see it, if your clients don't see you as a profit center, they look at you each month as an expense. And I know from experience that when a business views our company, as an expense, or if you're a freelancer as an expense, because we all start out as freelancers, they have a short-term mindset. Anybody feel like maybe some of their clients right now have a very short-term mindset, like they could cancel at any time, or they don't want to pay a monthly subscription, they only want to pay a one-time fee? I've also found that they're trying to make every single dollar go as far as they possibly can. They're usually also micromanaging our team because they like I said, they want to make every dollar go as far as they possibly can. And more importantly, to convince a business to even pay you, meaning to take on this expense when they view you this way, you have to do some serious convincing, right? Also known as sales. So who here feels like they're trying to convince businesses to pay them and are struggling to do that? Brian says my boss is like that. I just keep seeing Brian's comments over everybody. He's just rapid fire. Although there are tons of comments coming in. Lots of me's, lots of yeses. Shelly, Wendy, Chandra, Jeffrey, Bryce. Bryce is here. What's up, Bryce? It's tough. Unlike when they view you as what we call a profit center, one that continues to increase their profits over time. This has been a huge missing piece for us. And in many different ways, we increase our profits over time to them. They have a much more likeliness to stay with us for a long period of time when they have a partnership mindset. Partnership mindset is a powerful word when it comes to having somebody pay you on a monthly subscription. They're willing to pay for increased features, ultimately resulting in being paid much, much more and having it be easier to get paid. And I cannot stress this enough, everybody. We are not only a profit center for our clients, it is vitally important that you all recognize in operating this way that you are to become your own profit center for your own freelancer, career, business, agency. And you do this using AI and software tools as well. So some of you, actually, Tom, is there anything before I move on? Did you see any questions, anything like alarming, or you want to add anything on being a profit center here?
No, I mean, I think this shift has been critical at the agency for our ability to retain our clients, right? And for those of you
Definitely.
that are just getting started, like when you only have a few clients, it's more important than ever that you keep them. And making this shift in your mentality from, hey, I'm just doing this work for these people to like, how can I be a profit center for them? How can I, how can I do that part will automatically put you in a place where they're going to stay with you longer. And again, when you only have a few clients, that's even more important than ever. Now, in the past, you used to have to do a lot of retention stuff and all these things if you're just trying to keep them on. But when you become a profit center, that retention almost just happens kind of automatically. So I just think that's something to keep in